Welcome, everybody. This is episode 7 of Flippin Tin. I am Jake with Longleaf Reptilia.
What is up? I'm Sky of Hail the Scales and Peach Throat Passion. How the hell is everybody doing?
Hope everybody's well. Already got a couple people in the chat. Always love seeing people waiting on us. Hope everybody's well. I am not, for the record. So if I sound like shit and I'm not very enthusiastic, it is because I am currently running a fever and coughing my ass off. So
Y'all might witness fucking man just die on computer tonight.
yeah, on site.
He just got
So
liver.
yeah. So I apologize in advance. I'll try to mute myself from coughing and blowing everybody's eardrums out, but I cannot promise anything. And Zach, no, we have not caught up on sleep yet. Um, we were literally just talking about that. How we're both really tired still. So
Yeah,
it's fun.
and the weekend was worth it though.
Yeah, for sure. So tonight it's just going to be me and Sky. We don't have a guest. We're going to be going over our Sky's recent catches. I haven't done anything other than this weekend, and then this weekend we had a group herping slash camping trip that we did with several of the fellas. So we're just going to be talking about that and some recent endeavors and how the trip went and kind of just shoot this one from the hip. I don't have an outline together or anything, so
Yeah, I mean, shoot, I figured we've had guests for like the last 3 or 4 episodes and stuff, so we could it'd be a perfect time to go over the trip and kind of catch up on
yeah,
everything else and
yeah.
update everyone on the what we're doing with the merch and stuff. I don't know if you want to do that now or save that for the end, but
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do the merch now. So if you haven't seen, I made a post on the Flippin Tin Instagram page. All the merch is in. We have everybody's shirts, everybody's hat. Thank you everybody again that placed an order with us. We super appreciate it. So we have everything in. I've got it in a box right now. I just ordered all of the bags for shipping. They're like little plastic, not envelopes, but like shipping bags. And so I wanted to get them out this week, but this week was rough recovering from the camping trip. And now I'm sick, so I kind of have to stay away from people for a little while. So hopefully, middle of next week, I'll get them shipped out and everybody, everybody get their stuff in hopefully about 2 weeks or so. Um,
and you guys can actually start having some good luck while you're out herping and
yeah,
get some good catches and make sure you take some pictures of all that cool stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
please do. When you all get all the stuff, definitely send us pictures, especially if you out in the field. That would be sick. Um,
And he said he's coming down with some sickness too,
yeah,
man.
I see that.
Everybody's coming down with the sickness.
Yeah, our buddy Gabe is
Sickness. I'm down with the sickness.
okay. It's too much hype for me right now, dude.
Fuck up, bro. We just had a fucking herp trip we're about to talk about. God
We
damn
did.
it.
That was a lot of fun. Our buddy Gabe's been pretty much bedridden all week, and probably doesn't help. I was riding shotgun with him for 2 nights in a row out there.
We're not going to say what happens, but usually everyone knows what happens when you're a passenger princess.
You find snake.
You find snakes and you're in contact with the driver, so you end up getting sick.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, so it was all well and good. Yes, Sky is the perfect hype man. He's my hype man for life. And
Where
it's
the-
just anytime I need to pick me up, I'm like, Sky, call me, please.
I don't know, dude. We get hyped together.
No, we do. We got, dude. This
I can't wait to talk about that. There's no way you're not getting hyped when we get to JSA. Okay, that's true too. But there's no way you're not getting hyped when we talk about some of these moments.
no, we all got. I mean, there was a lot of hype this weekend, man. I mean, Lord, middle of the road, middle of the night, just screaming our asses off because we just found lifers. It was, oh god, it's awesome. But we'll get into that here shortly. I think we're going to go over some write-ins first.
Since you feel like shit, you want me to go over them? And I think you did them last week too.
Yeah, if you want to, that's fine with me.
We got. I'll start with the bottom. So we got Ball or Nothing Pythons.
And that is Dawn and Jasmine.
And so Dawn and Jasmine sent in some awesome photos of some red-sided garters, and I don't know if you have those saved or not, but
I do, but since you're starting from the bottom, I have to redo how I had this set up.
shit. All right, I'll start with someone else. That's fine.
Yeah, start with Niserg.
Okay. So Niserg also hit us up with some awesome garter snakes, and he decided he was going to go. And man, you got him pulled up right now.
Yeah, hold on. I just gotta share the screen.
Start showing them while I'm talking about them because these pictures are freaking awesome.
Forgive the weird screen for now. All right, can you see him?
Boom. Yep, you're on there.
Yep.
So he says, decided to take a trip out to California a few weeks back to look for one of my holy grail species. I'm horrible with freaking saying the names in Italian, so I don't know what you want me to do there. But he went to look for some garter snakes, people. Yeah. He said, although they aren't the most uncommon, I have them in my collection. I fell in love with them as a kid, and it's been a dream to see them in situ. Overall, I found two individuals, two Thamanophis ateritotis ticklomatosis, a plethora of alligator lizards, frogs, and crotalus. The weather wasn't the best, with only 2 days being good and the rest being cold and rainy. However, I'm happy that I was able to find them. I did look into suitable places on my own rather than by friends who confirmed that they were able to make the trek, as I didn't want to waste my time and spent hours searching. I've been herping multiple times before, but this time around was a bit different, as the garters, I was told, don't really stay undercover, so flipping wouldn't be much good. So it was a lot of walking in suitable areas back and forth. All in all, stoked to have found the species I did, even though I did miss Coast Garters and Santa Cruz Garters. We'll have to make another trip, but I've learned some great things about the specially targeting garters that I will be applying to uncommon trip to Oregon, or up and coming trip to Oregon. So lots going on. He got two in hand, but he's, at least he knows what tactics to use the next time he comes back to look for him. And obviously they were just as happy to be caught by him as he was to catch them.
Yeah, as you can see.
Excuse me, guys, for not knowing all the Latin names and whatever, but yeah, you can clearly see that those are some beautiful California red-sided garters.
And look at that. Look at that rattlesnake.
Yeah, freaking croat, dude. Oh, my Lord.
And I think that's all that. Oh, no, there's one more.
Look at it. They're nice. They just give you kisses.
Yeah. Kisses. Yeah. So thank you, Niserg, for writing us in, man. That was fantastic, and he, our challenge from the other week, from our last one was, as y'all know, find, all four types of herp, at least for the four general types of herp. And but the one before that was to herp somewhere new. And Niserg definitely accomplished that. And he took a hike to get where he was. So that's awesome. I think he's in the chat right now. So Niserg, if you're there, tell us exactly how far you travel, because I'm not exactly sure where you are, but I know you went a good distance. You had to fly here to go find these things. So I mean, man, it's
out of country, right?
What's that?
Is he out of country?
I don't think so. But yeah, he definitely
he's based in PA, so right on the tip.
Yeah. So he traveled a real good distance to go find these.
At least he was able to get some in hand, man. When you do that long travel, it is kind of a bummer when you got to go home and you're like, ah.
Especially when you came and found. I mean, look at that, dude.
No, that thing's beautiful. Look at the
He,
scenery.
and that's probably my favorite picture. Like the fact that he traveled, so far, literally from the East Coast to the West Coast, and he said, I'm gonna find this," and then he did it. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, man.
And that's a textbook red-sided garter right
Yeah,
there, man.
I
Look
mean,
at that
just
teals and the blue, all anywhere there isn't red.
yeah.
Lord,
He is a huge Thamnophis fan, and I just love that. And that's a nice alligator lizard.
gotta love alligator lizards,
I
man.
just love that he set his mind to something, and that's exactly what he did. So
Right?
found the crypt to top it all off. So huge shout out to our buddy. He definitely hit it on the head. Um, so thank you for writing in as always.
Yeah, it's like the biggest goal we keep telling everyone is to go out and target something. And look at this, he targeted something on the whole other side of the country and made it happen.
Made it happen.
All about just putting in the work and making and getting out there. You got to get out there to do it.
Getting after it.
Hell yeah.
So moving on, I think we got Rob next. From Rob is Creeping It Real. He's been a regular writer in, so that's awesome. Appreciate you, Rob, for keeping us updated. Sky, if you want to get to his messages, I'll start moving through some slides.
So is it what pictures are okay? Yeah,
I've got the pictures up if you just want to read.
he didn't really write much of a write-in, did he?
Oh yeah, no, he didn't.
I was gonna say, okay, I was like, is it not loading on my screen?
No, it's just pictures. I forgot. I even have that.
I messaged him a couple when he did upload this off the Hail the Scales page, though, when he was just out there, watching it, and he's just having fun out there, man. He's literally going up and just seeing how close he can get to these snakes without being aggressive or being hands-on, just going up and being slow moving and watching them and getting as close as possible. There's a couple of times now, if you guys follow him, he's put it on his story where he comes up and gives wild snakes little chin tickles, and they just sit there and take it.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing ever. But here you can see this Midland water snake taking down what looks to be some sort of bluegill or crappie or something in a little river fish. And I mean, just look at how freaking vibrant red that thing is.
Yeah,
man.
dude. What a gorgeous snake.
But just goes to show you that their heads flatten out for more than what a defense mechanism. It's so they can get those fish that flatten out all the way down in their bodies, and they flatten out their ribs all the way down. If you've ever seen a big old water snake right after it's caught a big old prey item, and it looks like they got a dinner plate in the middle of their body, it's makes you wonder how the heck they do it. But
yeah, the only time I've seen this with a Nerodi, I've only seen snakes eating a couple times. One was a black racer with a frog. Another was a diamondback water snake, and he had caught a catfish. And if you know anything about catfish, they've got spurs like on the side of their of their bodies, like where their fins are. And this thing had gotten to the spurs, and it was like stuck right there. And there was people all over the place. And I was really curious if he was gonna be able to get it down, but everybody was freaking out watching it, and I didn't stick around because I'm pretty sure he dove into the water with it. But always interesting to see a snake actually eating and having that natural
prey, and just being able to sit there and watch it the whole time.
Yeah, for sure. So that was a really cool observation from Rob, finding that guy eating. And then he sent us a video of this black rat snake. Is it playing?
Yep.
Perfect. Look at him giving a little chin scratch.
So freaking awesome, man.
I mean, that goes to show, like how different they might act if you don't run up to them and just snatch them off the ground,
Yeah, because I mean, this is just a snippet, but Rob put up on his story. He was sitting there videoing this snake for quite a minute, just kind of letting the snake get used to its presence, and then slowly creeped in, and next thing you know, he's got his finger right underneath its chin.
Right, which is wild.
Freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, it's super sick. This is another
little baby Midland.
Yeah, little Midlands, but wait, there's more. That's a big.
Nice, that's a nice ring neck, dude.
That's a freaking chonker of a ringneck, dude.
Tank ringneck.
Yeah, freaking dump truck, dude. That's a
It just
healthy.
seems like Rob kills it every time he goes out, man. Every
Yeah,
time he posts some herping videos or pictures, when him and his old lady go out, they find some cool stuff, either some salamanders or some snakes.
I look at that thing, man. That is just beautiful.
That's a big freaking ringneck.
Yeah, that's a huge ringneck, man. Yeah, that was really big. Awesome. I think this is a video of another Midlands.
Yeah, big old Midland.
Yeah.
Chilling out, basking, cryptically basking, not too far off the bank of the water.
You'll see him do that a lot because, like, water snakes are a very, like, run first, ask questions later type of snake. So when they're out basking, they're usually, this one's actually on, land, but you see he's close to water for him to dip off.
Oh yeah, he's one quick movement away
Yeah.
from being in the water.
Yeah, but you also see a lot of water snakes. They'll actually bask over water, like in sticks and branches, and they'll be right over the water. So, say there's a predator or a sky walking up to try and grab them. It's one swift movement, and they're in the water and gone forever. So,
Which they do.
oh yeah, they do that frequently.
They do that.
Yeah, so that was awesome, awesome finds. Oh, and we're moving on from there. So,
Yeah.
all right, cool. Thank you, Rob, for writing in. You've been a frequent flyer here, so we certainly appreciate it, brother.
We're logging your miles, man. Don't worry.
Keep on keeping on and finding the good stuff, and
Keep on herping.
yeah. All right, you want to move on to Don and Jasmine from Bollard Nothing Pythons?
Yep, let's hit it, man. With some more beautiful garter snakes, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the garters are in the air right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got some more red-sided, but here's the story, guys. It's headed from California to Oregon last weekend for the Portland show. Stopped at a pond at a WMA and found over 20 Oregon red-spotted garters and one neonate northwestern garter in a 2-hour span. Talk about slaying it.
Yeah, for real.
20 snakes in 2 hours, dude. That's a snake every 10 minutes, or more than a snake every 10 minutes. That's like 2 snakes every 10 minutes. And by the pictures that they sent in, clearly every one of them is a smoke show because, oh my Lord, their heads look like they're on fire.
Look at the size of that one.
Just freaking awesome. And, oh man, yeah, it's like a couple more pictures forward. I'll wait till you get to it.
Do you want to keep reading while I go, or do you want me to, or is that it?
I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, perfect.
They had a previous post. Did you end up seeing that by any chance with the horn lizards?
I did not save those, I don't think.
Okay, so another one was before this, they had a couple juvenile desert horn lizards and a filthy Great Basin collard are in the high desert in North California, but they sent in some cool pictures, and it looks like a dang rock iguana in the one picture, man. It's pretty crazy looking little lizard, but that and some thorny devils, so they're out there killing it. But man, that was the one picture I was saying once you got to it, the freaking splotches on the back of that thing. That's a very unique looking.
This one or that one?
That one right there.
Yeah, that's a good looking garter.
That's a freaking wicked looking one, bro. Super nice.
Yeah, no doubt.
Love the black on that.
They freaking killed it. And that's what I was looking at with that one. Look at the black belly on that thing, dude.
Yeah, the freaking black belly with those super, contrasted black bands. So cool. So
they absolutely killed it. And for anybody listening, obviously this is a pretty visual episode. So if you wanna pause and check out the YouTube video, feel free to do so. We will try and talk with as much description as we can for everybody on their commute to work. But if you have a chance to check out some of these pictures, you absolutely should.
Definitely worth to check out, you guys. These are some beautiful snakes, and just goes to show you there's a lot of hype in some of these, more common species, to say the least.
Look at that little guy.
Dude, that little baby, you can still even see those little bright polka dots on the side.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Tiny little worm.
Yeah. And that's all we got from Ball or Nothing. So thank you guys thank you everybody for writing in. That was awesome. We really appreciate it, y'all. So now that I'm back in the chat, I'm glad to see everybody here. Jack stoked for garters. What's up, Joe? $200 round trip ain't bad.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's actually really, really cheap.
Yeah, that's awesome. So good stuff, boys.
Get out there and spend that $200 wisely, man. And
Yeah.
just get those lifers.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you everybody for writing in. That was fantastic. Got some awesome pictures. Please keep it up. We love getting write-ins, even if it's not about a challenge. Just keep on sending us stuff.
I love seeing what's moving, man. Like,
yeah,
just goes to show stuff starting to get popping off everywhere. Spring's full swing.
No doubt.
Y'all should get motivated to get out there.
Yeah. And speaking of that, spring was in full swing this weekend, man.
Good Lord.
Wow. So we'll kind of give a little background. Our very, very good friend Chaz with More Than Morelia last year started a camping trip. That's that's basically camping and herping, and he decided to make it a yearly thing. Last year was absolutely killer. We went up to his neck of the woods in Georgia and found a lot of cool stuff. Unfortunately, me and Sky weren't there for the first day, and the boys killed it that day. But so this year, we weren't missing nothing. Made sure to get there the whole time. So this year, we went to the Francis Marion National Forest and camped out there from Friday to Sunday. I know Jack and Zach and Devin. Yeah, we're all there Thursday night. They kind of herped their way down because Zach and Devin flew in. Now, mind you, huge shout out to Zach and Devin. They flew in all the way from Maine. So
we were from Maine to Florida, baby.
Yeah, South Carolina.
I'm saying like our group of guys.
Right? Oh yeah. Everybody from Maine to Florida.
Yeah.
So they flew into Myrtle Beach. You shout out to them boys. And Jack picked them up and they kind of herped their way to the Francis Marion. Got a campsite there. Luckily, it's free. It's a public campsite you can just go to. So it was awesome. If anybody's curious about that campsite, just shoot Chaz a message. I'm sure he'd be willing to share it. Yeah, Friday morning, I woke up early, got there early. It's a short drive for me. It's only 2 hours. It was a lot longer, for Sky and Preston. How far did y'all drive?
7.
Dang, it was 7?
Yeah.
Yep.
7 long hours of us rocking out the whole way.
I'm sure it went by pretty quick with Preston and y'all.
It was the rock outs, the great debates, fucking the whole 9 yards. So it flew by pretty quick. But yeah.
Never a dull moment with you boys.
No. You get 2 hotheads like me and P Daddy in the car. Rocking out with your freaking schlob out and full-blown conversations to the gills.
Yeah, no doubt.
All for corn steaks too, man.
Yeah. So we had a very, very productive trip.
Super productive. I mean, some of the best 48 hours you can ask for.
Yeah, for real. So there's kind of a lot of pictures here that I've got. Sky, I need to pull. I probably should just pull up your pictures and make life a little easier if I can get those to load.
Be careful because you already know all the stuff I send you.
Let me see if I can't get them up. Because I got a bunch of duplicates that I have not gone through yet.
Yeah, that's my fault too. There was too many to fucking. I couldn't tell which ones were unfocused or focused.
And I'm not screen sharing right now, right?
No.
Okay, just making sure. Doing some scrolling here. But before we get into this and pictures and whatnot, Sky, how about you tell us about that awesome find you
Oh,
had from
yeah.
the other week?
So the week leading up to the trip, the stoke was so high. All I could think about and talk about with the boys was getting out and herping and camping together. So I was hitting my area hard. I've been trying to apply all my knowledge that I've been gaining, and I ended up having a break in time where I've been, obviously I own my own company, so I was working from home. I'm waiting on a customer. Old girl, it's a hot girl. So what do? They flake on you all the time, right? So she's flaking on me on the drop off time. So I was like, all right, cool. I got a 2 hours. I can go, freaking dip off in the woods. But I was like, all right, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun's high. There's not a cloud in the sky. I got one thing I can go find right now on the dirt roads by my house, and that's a coach whip. So I saddled up on the bicycle, hit these dirt roads where I know there's a bunch of coach whips out, hoping to God I was going to see one. Wasn't having luck for the first hour or so, but I was trying to stay optimistic. Came around the corner of this dirt road, and it's just a long straightaway of Lime Rock Road. And at first, I thought I was just seeing like a mirage way far ahead, like it was super far ahead. So I'm just pedaling on my bike, hoping to hear something on the side of the shoulder dip off in the leaves or whatever. And I start to see what I thought was like a little mirage far ahead look like a piece of debris sticking up in the middle of the road. So at this point, I'm kind of locked in and I'm like, all right, what is this? Is this a snake? Is this trash? Is this a tree limb? It's probably a good 100 to 120 yards away from me at this point. And all of a sudden I see what looks like, a tree limb or debris move like a foot or two in the road. And at that point I'm going, all right, this is either a massive black racer or this is my target right now. So kicked in my Lance Armstrong really quick and I pedaled on my bike as fast as I possibly could. By the time I got to this damn snake, I was probably 20, 25 yards from it, and it got into the grass line and dipped off to the side of the road. I jump off my bike. I'm trying to stay locked in on it, and I dodge off into the woods where it dodged off. And at this point, it's nothing but oak trees and palm fronds. And I stop once I get into the brush line. I'm like, I just got to get lucky hearing this thing. So I wait for a second, and all of a sudden I hear a little bit of brush move. And I look over in the palm fronds and I see a white flash. And I'm like, oh my God, here it is. Coach whip time, baby. Your screen share, just so you know.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. And so I lock eyes with this coach whip. And as soon as it sees me coming for it, it dodges back for the road. So I try to run through the brush line again, get to the road, and this thing hits a Yui. Goes back for the brush line again, tries to jump up in a tree. I'm trying to grab for it. It's falling out of a tree, tries to jump up again. I mean, we were just going hand in hand. And finally, I freaking got grips on this thing. And one of the most satisfying feelings, man. Freaking thinking, all right, I got a window, I got a target, let me go hit it. And to freaking get it in hand was just such an epic. I mean, you guys, I sent you guys videos right after. I'm fucking cussing and jumping and flipping up a storm. I was so freaking stoked on this thing, man. One of the most beautiful coach whips I've seen. It had such a dark white back half, and then the middle body was just, it looked like a freaking lava storm in the middle body. It was definitely one of the most beautiful snakes I've ever seen. And I couldn't be more stoked. It was mainly just putting all the pieces of the puzzle together to make it happen, man. I was fucking, yeah, riding that high.
Trying to figure this out to where I can scroll through these. My thing does not want to let me see it now.
Caitlin in the chat thought it was funny that I said hot girls flake. She must be a hot girl or something.
Let me I don't know why this is being a pain. I apologize, everybody. Thought
What
I had my.
you trying to get to?
I'm trying to get it to where I can. Here we go. I'm trying to get it to where I can scroll through some of these. There we go. See, I got to do a lot of clicking for all this. So give me a second. I think I got it now.
Clickbait, bro. Clickbait.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm oops, wrong button. I'm bad at this. Here we go. There's a better look at that bad boy.
Yeah, that thing is. Ugh.
Dude, that's one of the nicest coach whips I've seen, man. Because,
It
like, obviously, I think the straight tan ones are really, really cool. Obviously, it's a coach whip; it's beautiful. But that thing, man, just uh, absolutely killer.
I mean, obviously, you get them where they got the good tan and white color, but that thing was so freaking white, man. I mean, that's probably one of the whitest ones I've seen. Like
Yeah,
towards the tail. Obviously, the middle body was like lava, like I was
yeah.
saying.
It's almost like a pinkish color where it transitions right there.
It was freaking pink, red, peach, all mixed into the black tipping on the scales. I mean, oh, you really don't. You obviously, it's hard to appreciate those snakes because they run at 100 mile an hour. That was another thing. Once I got hands on that thing and felt how hot it was, it had to have been 115 degrees, I'd guess, because it was hot in my hands.
Yeah,
So, and I mean, we run at 98 something degrees, so obviously it's in the hundreds, and that thing was fucking cooking when it got in the
yeah,
woods, boys and girls. Holy shit.
yeah, no doubt.
I was panting for like 20 minutes afterwards. I thought I was going to fucking cardiac arrest. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that is such a beautiful snake, man.
You really can't appreciate them until you get them in hand, man. They're so fucking,
Yeah,
they're weapons.
that's one. That's his proud. This is one I've never found. I've never seen a coach whip in the wild, but this is definitely one of my favorite North American colubrid. It's just
Hands down.
those big scales. I mean, look at. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but like, look at the size of the freaking scales on this thing, dude.
I mean, some of those mid body, like upper top spine scales, are like as big as your pinky nail, bro. Like they're fucking huge.
That's insane, man. Wow. And how big that thing was pushing like 6 foot, wasn't it? It was a
It
big
had
thing.
to have been 5 points, 5.5, 5.7. I mean, if I'm gonna guess on the low end because I was thinking 6 foot. Because I mean, one video I have it's completely laid out on the
Oh
ground,
yeah, I remember that video.
fucking tail up, damn near at my chest. So once it was laid out on the ground and stretched out, it was a long individual for sure.
Ready to go. Good stuff, man.
Fucking
Um,
super stoked on that one, man.
that's a terrible picture, but that's a yellow rat you found by you, I'm guessing.
Yep, and then that was hitting my dirt roads at the certain time, trying to target some stuff. Little yellow rat giving me some kisses as I
Yeah.
save him from the rednecks.
Yeah, you can tell that's that Hernando County look, man.
Oh yeah,
That's a
that's right, slap dab in the middle, baby.
yeah, that's a good looking snake.
Yeah, he's solid. He was really solid, but he was just like that average Hernando. He was right in the middle.
Yeah,
He wasn't showing the extreme blonde. He wasn't showing the extreme orange. He was just right there, slap dab in
yeah,
there.
that's a good looking snake.
Yep.
Look, cottonmouth you found.
Yeah, and that one was pretty cool. I was coming to the end of a road and I come around a curve, and right as I come around the curve, I seen what was either a hawk or an owl fly into the tree line right off the road, and I had told myself, "Oh shit, I guarantee you it's a DOR snake." And from a distance, when I came around the corner, I seen a little black bob, so I was like, "Oh shit, maybe it's a turtle or something." Nope, it was just old cotton boy over here, old freaking Jim Bob Cottontail over here, all balled up, ready to smoke somebody. But I think he was getting played with by that owl, man, because he was balled up, ready to go by the time I even pulled up on him. So
That's that copperback water rattler.
copperback turtle snaker.
Yeah,
He was fucking. As soon as I ran back, I took those pictures, ran back to my car, grabbed my hook, got him off the side of the road, sent you guys a video of that. And as I turned back to get back in my car, two homeboys pulled up in their truck, and I was like, "Yeah, you would have just got fucking smoked, buddy.
oh yeah.
You would have.
On purpose.
If they didn't do a fucking burnout on you, they would have fucking blasted you with the 9 piece really quick.
Yeah, for real.
So that was cool to make that save.
And here we are to some of the herp trip photos featuring our beloved Smitty with the rough earth snake.
Yep, that's like some of the first snakes we were getting into on Friday.
That was a good one. Fun individual for sure.
Yeah, I was glad to tick that one off. I haven't seen a rough earth, so
Yeah.
Not ever.
Oh, that was your lifer, or
No. Sorry, in a while.
I got you. Good stuff. There's Sky with the.
Jeez, we're getting deep. We're getting in the sauce early, son. That was a fucking god tier moment, bro. Fucking.
Yeah, dude.
If you show that, we're just gonna have to get into the catch on those. I mean, fucking.
Yeah, we may as well. So this one, we'll go back a little bit. Not that I want to show Sky shirtless the whole time, but but this one was fun, man. This was kind of a random stop because we had a group of guys in the back. I was riding shotgun with Jack, and I think it was Chaz. He yelled up, said he had to take a leak, and I actually did too. So I was like, word. And we hop out on this little overpass that y'all can see. And all of a sudden, it was like simultaneously, everybody started spotting these brown water snakes.
Fucking like wildfire.
Yeah. The first one I saw was like, it was right on the, like one of these, I don't know, you can see that little railing right there, or that little piece of concrete. It was sitting up perfectly like that, on coiled up on one of those. And I went for him. And of course, he dove off into the water, so I couldn't get hands on him. And then everybody started looking, and on a bigger one of these, kind of a little farther out, we spotted it was the big one. I think it was this guy. I can't tell which one's bigger, but it was the bigger of the two big ones. And then this little male, they were coiled up together on top of this post. And me and Sky were both right there, and we both heard somebody say, "Grab him."
It was fucking Chaz. Chaz goes, grab those fuckers, and it just like lit a fire in both of our asses, dude. We fucking yank.
Literally simultaneously, we both grabbed both of these freaking snakes, dude.
That shit was so awesome.
It was nuts. And Sky kind of had a better vantage point than I did, so I let go of him and went around to help him.
Yeah, you were like, the way we had to like basically lean our whole bodies over those guardrails to get to him. And I was underneath the whole thistle patch grabbing him, and he was on the top side of it grabbing him, and his hand was through the vines, the snake's head was through the vines, and I was like, look, dude, we could pull both of them out the backside right here and not have to rip them all through the vines or whatever. And then so by the time Jake let go, we just freaking, the one female tried to rip through, and it was either Jake or Chaz grabbed her head, and next thing you know, we had him out, and it was just fucking, we pulled him out. We're sitting there going, holy shit. And Tino walks up. He goes, how big is y'all's?
Yeah, whose is bigger?
The third one just as big as that big female. We're all just like, holy shit.
Yeah. And then Justin tried to snag one out of a tree. I think there was a total of 6 that we saw all on this little overpass.
Yeah, there was quite a few that jumped in the water or that we missed right as we grabbed for them.
Yeah. So that was sick.
That was a sick moment, man.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite catches for sure.
That was an official Flippin Tin catch.
Yeah.
Both your boys fucking getting locked up like dogs on 2 fucking water snakes. And I do mean locked up like dogs.
And I can't believe nobody got nailed by one of those things in the process.
Literally, the one male bit me one time, and after that,
did he?
He bit me one time, and then after that, he never bit once again.
Very good. So that was awesome.
Boy, spiritual awakening. Is that what's happening right now?
Yes, sir. And then I took this picture.
That's probably my favorite fucking picture ever.
Yeah, I love that picture from the weekend, man. We stopped for this massive slider, and Preston hopped out and grabbed it, and Sky was like, let me get in the picture. And I snapped a picture. I think I'm sitting in the car.
Yeah, you were still in the passenger seat.
Yeah, Sky was like, turn on the flash. I was like, no, it's gonna be better. He's like, no, it's not. Then he looks at it, he goes, oh shit.
Yeah, you showed the picture. I was like, damn, that's fucking wicked.
Yeah, dude, it turned out really good. That's one of my favorite pictures from the weekend for sure. You can see Preston rocking his new Flippin Tin shirt.
Fuck yeah.
That was sick.
That was another awesome.
So this is one of the Copperheads we rode cruise. Saw a lot of Copperheads this weekend.
One of many, yeah.
So that was cool. I don't know if I've got a video of it somewhere, but there was one part on dirt road we actually cruised to, like as we were leaving the spot.
Yeah, that was.
It was like they were right next, like literally facing each other, like I don't know, maybe 5 yards away.
Dude, it's like they were talking or something.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And the contrast in the two was sick.
Yeah. And this, I mean, one of the best finds of the weekend.
Gem of gems right there, man.
Yeah. So for anybody not listening, these are mud snakes. Or this is one of 4 mud snakes we found. Unfortunately, one was smashed, like dead, and then one was alive, but you could tell had just been hit or at least clipped, had some damage, and then we found 2 that were very, very much alive. And that was when me, Gabe, Devin, and Preston were road cruising.
Those things
Um,
are immaculate, man.
so we kept the last. Well, luckily, we managed to find one more live one that was real healthy. We bagged it up for the boys to see. So that was fantastic. Really, really cool individual.
That
Another
was such a
picture.
mistake, man. That thing was pristine too. Not a
Yeah.
John.
And just so everybody knows, we marked the location and returned it back to the exact spot we found it that same night. We didn't keep it overnight. We're messing around. Me and Gabe went back
Yeah,
and
like not even that. Like I would.
yeah, I think we had it. We had it all of 20 minutes, if that.
Yeah. Like
Um,
it's definitely within the same hour.
yeah, for sure. So
That was beautiful though, man.
that's a cool picture.
Yeah, that was when Tina was getting some shots of it, and I was like, dude, this is the lighting that everyone has on this thing. I was like, I got to get a little behind the scenes shot of this little bastard.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my top 3 finds from the weekend.
Yeah, that was in my top 3 too. And then that was your little boy right there.
That was the one we were all
Hit
debating
us the
on.
comments, people. We need some commentary on this one, please.
Yeah, so this one we saw it in the water, and I immediately thought it was an erythrogaster or a red belly water snake. And when we pulled it out, you can see these bands on it.
They do come up a lot
more in the picture.
because in person it looked a lot more ghostly. You couldn't
Yeah.
see the bands as good, which in that picture it's the phone flash plus my headlamp flash. So it's getting banged with light. So
So in my opinion, this is a cross between a banded and a red belly because that's a pretty common thing where everywhere they overlap. Gabe, who is the local, said it was just a banded.
there's a picture of the belly. I thought I sent you the belly pic too.
I think there is one. That's not it.
There it is.
Yeah, so that kind of shows the belly, and that's how they get the name plain belly or red belly. So personally, I think it's a cross. Gabe said otherwise, and I shouldn't really disagree with Gabe because he lives there. But when I find one of these in my neck of the woods, that's a cross to me. But I will give it to Gabe and Preston because Preston's under the assumption it was just a banded too. True erythrogassers are pretty patternless.
Yeah, the other one we got was fucking stone.
Yeah, the other one y'all found was sick. So that was a cool one. We were walking some canals down this dirt road, and it was me, Gabe, Preston, and Sky, and we happened to see this guy in the canal, and I reached in and nabbed him.
Yeah, you're out. We were like, Jake, plain belly, this is your time. He's like, hold my keys.
No, they were Jack's keys, actually.
Hold Jack's keys. I'm like,
I'm not even chancing these suckers going in the bottom of this canal.
I was fully expecting you to just fucking belly dive that thing. And you're just like, fucking pulling that out.
I'm a master Nerodia catcher.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was sick. So that was a cool one. That was a fun one. Oh, well, I don't know what these are. Hold on.
Whoa.
Might be out of pictures. Give me a second. I thought you had a lot more.
I sent you
You sent me a bunch.
I sent you 52 in the one shuffle, but be careful because I've sent you a couple other nudes in there. So. If those pop up on screen, we have to start charging people freaking commission on them.
You gotta pay a price to see these.
This is now a Patreon. Sorry.
Right. Let's see here. That may have been. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. Oh, it skipped a lot. I don't know.
I sent you like 60 or 50 in the first load, and then I think I sent you like 18 in the second load.
Yeah, for some reason these are skipping around.
I'll send you my Venmo right now, Zach.
So, But I have a lot of these same pictures, so let me pull up my photos, and I'll kind of just wean through them real quick. Let me make sure we're in the right spot, and I'll kind of just go through everything. All right, perfect. So the on Friday, actually the first snake of the trip while we were road. Zach said, "Who do I?"
I already said that, you fuck. Sleepy bitch.
um. So first snake of the day on Friday was this banded. That Chaz actually spotted this guy. Man, we were going down the road and this log is sitting on the in the ditch, and somehow Chaz made the spot. Because I'm locked in on the road. Jack's driving. Jack's going a million miles an hour because he didn't know how to freaking road cruise.
45.
45 minimum, dirt road, bumps everywhere. Everything's dead.
Oh, fuck. We love you, Jack.
Yeah, we love you,
I'm
buddy.
gonna get a 3-day fucking road cruising lesson when you come down, brother.
Yeah, we'll show you the ropes, buddy. But so Chaz spotted this guy.
Jack is the world's fastest road.
That's how you find more snakes. The faster you go, the more snakes.
Faster you go, more snakes you see, motherfucker.
Yeah, so that was a pretty individual for sure. That's me holding them.
I like how that whole area, it was probably an 80 to 20 ratio between the Death Hatter phase and then that what I like to call like that almost like starry fucking speckle phase,
Yeah.
Where they have the good, nice bands all the way to the top and just white tipping and speckling all the way through the body, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, those Death Hatter phase, man. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, no doubt.
That contrast. You can tell that some of them are just real subtle, and then a couple of the ones we got are just absolute fucking firecrackers, man.
Yeah, there's another good look. And see, this is why the other one that we showed earlier, I think, was a cross, because look at the belly on that thing. It's very
every water
very heavily patterned.
We got had fucking red on the belly for sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was actually the first snake of the trip. And then not far up the road, I managed to flip this little ring neck under some. He was actually under bark.
Nice.
I don't remember if he was on a tree or on the ground. I want to say he was under a piece that I was bark peeking under, not bark peeling. We do not condone the bark peeling. But I'm pretty sure he was under bark on a dead tree. There's that little guy. I tried to get fancy with a picture.
Oh yeah, dude, it's crazy, dude. I actually road cruised a little ring neck last night, man. I'm surprised how many road ring necks we've been seeing out.
Yeah. So I actually need to edit one of these because those actually came out pretty dope.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
So
Jack said that he was trying to cover as much ground as possible.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. Because it was funny. I would tell him to slow down, and he would slow down, but like over the course of like 2 to 3 minutes, he would just like gradually start speeding up when he would get excited. And it was adorable.
He's got big balls, dude. You can't just way down on the gas pedal.
Yeah, right. There's a little frog that I found. I don't remember what species that is, if I'm being completely honest. Jack, chime in if you know.
Is that is that a bull or no?
No, it's not a bull. Might be a pig frog. I think that's
that doesn't look like a pig. I don't think the pigs were like pretty fucking wild pattern. I thought. Pickler
wrote it down. Pickerel, yeah.
Frog.
Yeah, it was a pickerel.
Yeah, pickerel.
It was pickerel or a bronze. I can't remember.
Jack said pickerel.
Oh, Jack said pickerel.
The bronze and the pig and the other one.
Yeah. And then this was actually Jack's lifer red belly snake.
You,
me, Jack, Zach, and Devin went off the road a little bit and went down trees, which was a huge mistake. Cough, 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 Jack. Still mad at you about this. But we did manage to find this little guy, so it was worth it. This is a species of Steraria. I managed to find this guy. He was literally, I was just flipping some bark on the ground. I saw this little patch of pattern. You see how small the snake is. I saw part of its body, and I immediately knew what it was. Plucked it out of there. So it was cool. Jack got his lifer. Red belly. So that was awesome. Here's a better look at more shirtless guy with these big.
Those fucking two females are absolute tanks.
Yeah, this one Zach has, Chaz has, is just a freaking dump truck, dude.
They were pushing 5 foot, bro.
Oh yeah, especially this one Chaz has got.
And the head on that thing, bro. There's one picture where
huge.
Chaz is holding its head like right by the phone, and it just looks like a damn potato.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So,
really big snakes, really impressive. So that was awesome. Here's a rat snake. I believe this was the one you, Preston, and Gabe road cruised.
Yep, first rat we got while we were out road cruising.
Yeah.
That thing was beautiful and dirty.
That was so pretty, man. And there's me in my Pantherophis shirt that you can't really see all that well, looking like a freaking tard.
Bro.
Yeah, so that was awesome. Great find. You already know I'm stoked to see the yellows.
Oh yeah, I was really hyped to see yellows while we were there.
And then boy Preston with the
daddy with the slider.
I'm back to
the
best picture taken all weekend.
Yeah, right before it almost pissed all over his foots.
Yeah. And this next one was a lifer for me, and I have a million pictures of it, and I deleted a million.
Awesome find, man. I was really stoked on that spot.
Yeah.
I got that bitch. There was maybe 3 inches of its body sticking out on the edge of the road on the fucking far passenger side. And we whipped around just in time to grab it before a whole load of cars came. So,
for anybody who doesn't know, this is the glossy crayfish snake. This is the only species of crayfish snake we have in South Carolina. In South Georgia and Florida, you get the 3-striped crayfish snake, I believe it's called, or the striped crayfish snake, I think.
Just a striped crayfish snake.
Yeah, striped crayfish. You get those elsewhere, but they're not native to South Carolina. So this was a huge lifer for me. If you know me, I love my dirt snakes, and this is one of the coolest ones out there for sure. So I was very excited to find this guy. We were all super hyped, and this was actually the only live one that was found all weekend, except Chaz and Preston made a go for one, ended up getting away, and I know y'all found a DOR.
Yeah, we found a couple DORs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the only one we got that night.
Yeah. So super grateful. That's a new South Carolina species for me and also my lifer. So fantastic. And then the next one is this wonderful little creature. This is the black swamp snake, also a lifer and South Carolina species cross off for me. Just a amazing individual, man. We've actually found a DOR baby, and if you didn't know what you were looking at, you would think a baby black swamp snake was a red belly snake. They look so similar.
I was about to let that thing go, and I'm like, what the hell? What the frick is this squiggle?
Yeah,
it's freaking tiny as hell.
Yeah, so that was an awesome find, man. Those were my two biggest once of this trip, were the glossy crayfish and the black swamp.
And
we got those the first night, yeah. And we found multiple black swamps, actually. I think we found 4 of them?
4 black swamps, and I think it was the 3rd or the 4th one when we got that secondary pop dog.
Yeah, which is about to come up now. I don't know if I have any pictures of anybody holding the doubles.
Yeah, I thought I sent you the Gabe pics, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so we got this guy, and as we're walking back to the car with this dude, Preston looks down and sees this scarlet snake, just coming out of some trash on the side of the road. So I mean, it was right there, literally in front of like right by next to the tire
Right next to it.
of
I almost
Gabe's
fucking
car.
stepped on it, dude.
Yeah. So that was awesome finding that double, going from that to that. I mean, come on, man. It doesn't get
In
much better
one
than that.
stop.
Yeah. So that was freaking fantastic. Another little in hand of that scarlet.
That thing was super pretty too.
Yeah, dude. This is always a species I'll always be so excited to find.
I'll never not.
Um,
I mean, how could you not be excited to find that damn thing?
yeah, dude. I mean, that's just gorgeous. Not to be confused with the scarlet king snake. These are scarlet snakes. There is a difference. Although they look very similar, the scarlet snakes have more saddles. See, they look like bands right here, but you can kind of see on the edges where they kind of these red marks turn into more saddles than anything. And then your scarlet kings are straight up banded.
And the Scarlets have a solid white belly.
Yeah, that
Usually
too.
the Scarlet Kings will have bands going all
Yeah.
the way around.
Here's another copperhead from the weekend. That was a really pretty one.
There was so many variations, bro.
Yeah, dude, the copperheads, even around between me and Gabe and pretty much all up the coast here in South Carolina, the copperhead variation is just insane, man. These are they are by far the most common venomous snake in South Carolina, if not one of the most common snakes in South Carolina, period.
We did see quite a few between live and DOR.
Yeah, we did. We saw oodles and oodles of them. So that was great. A little amphibian. Look at that guy.
Yeah,
Look at that little alien.
fucking spade of the whole weekend, bro.
Dude, yeah, I mean that thing was just
We
freaking yellow and gray, dude.
we probably saw 20 to 30 spades, and out of all of them, they were mainly, like a purple tinge with a little bit of yellow. That one was neon freaking yellow. That was a freaking rip and a half right there. That dude was awesome.
I love my favorite thing about Spadefoots is those eyes, man.
Oh yeah, that fucking burp head and those eyes, man, looks like a little freaking Gimby.
It's a little alien, little Jabba the Hutt looking. He's awesome. He's got a little tubby on him too, man. Look at that little belly.
Homeboy was
So,
easy.
always good to see nice, healthy amphibians, especially when they're Spadefoots, man. These are my favorite toads.
Probably my favorite toad in North America.
Yeah, these are my favorite toads without a doubt. And I believe this was that might be the pig frog. I don't know.
No, the pig had some more pattern to it. Looked a little.
Did it?
Yeah.
I know I caught the pig
frog.
That
was the bronze of the.
Yeah, that was probably the bronze. And then one of the coolest finds of the weekend, especially for Sky.
Fucking that was my fucking number one target, dude. The fucking rough green. As weird as it sounds to some, I've only ever found DORs, and man.
You want to tell the story on that one?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start from the beginning too. So we're freaking. You see that gravel road we're on? It's me, Jake, and Smitty in my car, and we're doing a little morning cruise. Everyone's kind of split up, and Jack said it is a bronze frog.
Gotcha.
Really quick, and so we're cruising down this road. Smitty, being the lasers in the back seat, makes our first two spots, which was a fucking
black racer.
The black racer, which we ended up getting hands on, which was a cool little team catch that we had. And then that big old broad-headed skink.
Oh, yeah, that was a good spot.
Yeah, which good eyes on old fucking laser beam back there.
Yep.
And we're coming up. We catch that black racer, and we see a little copperhead in the road. And old fucking fucking Gimby over here on the screen decides to get out and fumble this copperhead and chauffeur it off the road and dig it a hole in some sawgrass for it to burrow up in, so we couldn't get any pictures of it.
Yeah, that was look, you didn't want me to fling it up on the road like the one from the night before, so I didn't know what you wanted me to do.
There's gonna be a lot of inside jokes, y'all, but just know that a lot of shit went down, and fucking Jake missed this copperhead clear as day.
I
We
did.
were,
I'm not gonna say
we get back in the car, and we are absolutely roasting him like fucking
that.
like this is a Trump roast. And me and Smitty are just going balls to the wall at him, and we're cruising down the road. And I mean, we're probably 3-4 minutes away from this copperhead, and simultaneously, me and Jake just scream out the top of our lungs, "Rough green!" In my car, I'm fucking. Everyone knows me. I'm the e-brake freak. I rip my e-brake. Car stalls. We come sliding to a stop. Me and Jake both jump out at the same time. It's like a damn movie. We come around each end of the car, and you just see this rough green down on the ground, and we're both just like, "Fuck!" And I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, "Let me catch it, please, let me catch it." Like, I go to take a picture of it because I want to get a little into of it on the road. And as soon as I freaking get my phone out, it starts to squiggle away. So I freaking grab it really quick, and fucking then we all embrace in a fucking man hug in the middle of the road. We're jumping around, and then they're taking gay pictures of me smiling with the snake and all this stuff. We're having a little emotional moment. It was fucking awesome, but.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite finds of the week, solely for that reason, like two of my goals for this weekend was for not goals, but two of the hopes that I had this weekend was for you to find a rough green and Jack to find a corn, and we crushed both of those. So that was just awesome. And I'm pretty sure like the sequence of yelling went we both yelled snake at the same time. Then it was rough grade, rough grade, rough grade. Like
fucking straight hype, dude.
And you got about, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 foot from absolutely just crushing this thing.
Dude, the fucking car wouldn't stop fast enough, man.
Yeah, that sucker slid, boy.
Yeah.
Because it was small, and man, it was hard to see on that road,
Yeah.
And we got a solid, 1.5 feet, 2 foot from just absolutely demolishing this little guy.
Good,
So that was awesome. Definitely one of the coolest finds of the weekend.
Yeah, that was a super highlight for me.
Yeah. And then right after that, still coming off of the high of that freaking snake, we found one of the prettiest banded water snakes I have ever seen.
Thing was a screamer.
Let me go to the edited pictures.
Honestly, some of them pictures ain't gonna do justice because that.
Here we go.
Oh my god!
Look at the belly. I did edit this picture, but I hope everybody knows I don't edit color. I edit for lighting. On my pictures, this one was particularly dark, so that belly is pretty much the closest I could get to perfectly
reality.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what that thing looked like.
We were all gawking at the belly while it was still laying flat on the ground because you could see it just glowing from the side. We were just like, "Holy shit, this thing's on fire!"
Yeah, look at the this is what Sky refers to as the Death Adder phase. Kind of, and that's where these bands kind of come up halfway, and the top of it, none of the bands connect. It's a pretty common phase that you'll see around coastal South Carolina, and then also into Florida. Some of the Sarasotas will have that same look. But yeah, that thing was just, I mean, an absolute freaking screamer, dude.
Absolutely. I mean, you can tell from a couple of the other bandits you've already shown on the pictures, the reds in the bands compared to the reds in those bands, just the deep blood red. Oh my goodness.
And that orange on the belly, man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You want to talk about lava? That's freaking lava, dude.
Lava snake, bro.
So that was definitely the prettiest bandit of the weekend, in my opinion. Here's a little over the head shot of that sucker.
It sucks, man. None of the pictures are going to show how freaking awesome.
Yeah. I tried to show it as natural, as possible. That's another good
one. That was the one you got with the mouth open.
Yeah. Cool little guy. And super chill too, man. That thing didn't even strike at us, I don't think.
No, I don't think it.
So that was sick. Let's see, where are we at? And then so right after that, Sky, were you here? Yeah, you were here when
I lost my Eastern glass lizard right as you got that.
Yeah. So Sky lost his Eastern glass lizard, and I grabbed this pretty. I mean, to somebody who doesn't know snakes, you'd think this thing was a black racer. That's another banded water snake, but that sucker was just black. I mean, jet freaking black. I plucked it out of the water right here. It was funny. I was actually walking in the grass over here, and I saw a head poke because I think I grabbed it about right here. I saw a head poking out of the water, and I was like, "Is that a turtle or a snake?" And it ducked down real quick, and I was like, "I think that's a snake." And he kind of muddied up the water a little bit, so I sat there and waited for the mud to clear. And as the mud settled, I saw this thing perfectly coiled up like under the water on top of the mud, and then the boys were on the other side, Justin and Sky. They were way down there, so I was like, man, I can't holler for them quick enough. So I just ran. I wasn't that far there, so I just ran around the corner and located it under the water as I went down there and plucked that sucker out. And he actually gave me the worst bite I had from the weekend, because as I was letting him go, he didn't bite me like hard, like, or a bunch or anything. But as I was letting him go, he went back, and it was like one tooth caught me. And the way it happened, it didn't bite, but it like sliced my thumb. It was really small, but dude, that sucker would not stop bleeding, and it still hurts. Like, I can still feel where that thing bit me.
Like a paper cut.
Yeah, like it was wild, but man, that shit hurt. I don't know why, but this was a fun one me and Sky had together.
Oh yeah, was that the copper or the
That's the cottonmouth.
Almost fucking stepped on, basically.
That's the water rattler.
That's a water rattler tobacco. Fucking.
So this one was kind of cool. Sky was down in this kind of canal area, and I was looking at the rocks on top of the pipe, and I spotted this cottonmouth, and so Sky came around. And Sky, you can tell the story about that.
Yeah, so I'm like, he was wondering, all right, I got a brown or I got a water or a bandit or whatever. So I was
like 95% sure it was a cottonmouth, but yeah, from that view, I wasn't completely sure.
Which you were that zoomed in. You were.
Yeah, I was way farther away. That's super zoomed in.
So I'm at ground level. I run around and jump on the rocks, and I'm like, hey, throw me your hook. I'm like, oh yeah, definitely cottonmouth, and we're like, all right, let's see if we can kind of just put it in a decent area to get some pictures of it. And as I'm sitting there fondling it with a hook, it was like all simultaneously, like it twitched. Jake said something. He either said like, be careful, because if you're looking at the pictures right out of frame, I'm standing on a rock and my foot's only like, a foot.
Sky's standing on the rocks that you can see like right behind.
So, it does a little flinch. Jake says something and I blink, and like 3 or 4 fucking things all happen simultaneously. And something falls out of the bush that's right over top and behind the water moccasin. And Jake's like, oh, I think that was a frog. And I'm like, I think that's what you said, or we thought
it was something like that, because it made that frog plop sound. You know what I mean? Like, it made that.
Like, oh no, it's a fucking another water moccasin that we fucking see right there. So now I'm fucking balancing on this little creek, and there's 2 fucking water moccasins at my feet, and I'm like, oh well, this one's way prettier. Let me fucking try to hook this one. And as I try to hook that one, the original one's like fucking dodging off and my fucking feet, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll watch out for those. And then the pretty one's like dodging off in the rocks. I'm trying to grab it, and it was just it was a rough situation. That a little hairy, but I didn't love it, and I was kind of glad that we didn't really try it. We didn't try anything dumb with these. We weren't gonna just grab them, obviously. No. And even hooking them and trying to get them out there, it was down them embankment, But it was a cool observation, cool thing to see. They were both sitting right there. And that other one was really pretty, though, dude. Oh, my gosh. Freaking tan color.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. So that was cool. Fun find for sure. And then I'm going to show these pictures for funsies. This is our boy.
Go camping with the boys.
This is what really happens. We go there to herp and, notice my sexy truck in the background. If people think we go to these to herp, this is what we actually do the whole time. Sky just having the time of his life. Both of them repping that Flippin Tin. That was awesome.
I was just doing a piggyback ride, bro. Chill.
Yeah, who cares? This is our boy Preston with the first mud snake we found. That was the first one of the night.
Hell, there's another picture that in that sequence where he's right there where your cursor was just on it.
That one?
That one or the one that you had before, man. I love those pictures. Those are like some National Geographic pics.
Yeah, these were my favorite where he's holding it like that. Like that's just a perfect pose, man.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, those were sick.
That a mud snake's another snake that's really hard to appreciate until you get in hand because I mean they're just one, you never see them, and two, over top of them they just look like a black snake or a water snake. But you get that thing in hand and you see those colors and the texture of it, and it's a whole.
I've got a better picture of the other one on the ground right there.
Look at the reds.
Look at that, man.
Fucking immaculate. Absolutely immaculate.
Yeah, that was.
If you've ever touched a mud snake before, the texture and the feel of a mud snake is like nothing else, man. It really gives you a true aquatic feel, and it almost like they say you are what you eat. These damn things almost feel like a name.
Yeah. So for anybody that doesn't know, mud snakes are, one of the pinnacle snakes for herpers. Not because they're uncommon, but because they are hard to find. We actually road cruise these, which you will road cruise them, but it's got to be on a warm evening in the right area, stuff like that. I mean, these things are aquatic. Their main diet, if not their full diet, it consists of amphiumas. That's pretty much all they eat. And another cool thing about them is like these snakes they don't bite you. They just won't. Mud snakes and rainbow snakes, you don't have to worry about them biting you. At least I've never heard of them biting anybody. But what they will do is at the tip of their tail, I don't know if I have a picture to really show it, but at the tip of their tail, they have a spike. And that spike, man, might be able to get in here. Not really. But their tails are very pointed, almost sharp. And they'll sit there and they'll just jam that thing into your skin.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Here's a picture of me looking like a dweeb holding it.
Dude, straight out of Sandlot, bro.
I was tired, sleep deprived, freaking all of it. And here's a little terrible. I actually had a flashlight in my mouth for this video because I was trying to.
Don't admit that to people, bro.
I was just trying. It's terrible, but that was a little release video. Watch it just like disappear in the grass.
That's so sick.
Yeah. So that was really cool. That was definitely one of the highlights of the weekend. Finding those guys, and then the others. This is a carpenter frog, which I don't think I've ever found before.
Odd little fella.
Yeah, so that was a cool little find. Gabe actually snatched him up. That was awesome.
Gabe ended up showing up in the chat too. He just said he was sorry for getting you sick.
Nice. No, it's all good, man. It happens. It's worth it. This is a monster cottonmouth that Chaz managed to hook out of
on the walk.
Yeah, that was the one from the walk.
Okay, yeah, that was a good spot by Chaz.
That was a big snake too, man.
Massive, 3+ foot on that thing.
I mean, you can see the hook. This isn't a small hook, and I mean, look at the head in comparison to the hook right there, man. I mean, that's a beefy snake.
That's a big snake.
Yeah, that's a beefy boy. Oh, and this is the video of the two copperheads. It's a quick one, but there's Gabe coughing. And then there's the other one just going for a run. And I stopped recording because I was like, I'm not letting it get away.
Yeah, after you got spit roasted.
Yeah. And this was the one that you saw wiggling there towards the end. This is what we mean by variation. I mean, look at the perfect bands on this thing, dude. And then it instantly changes. Like, it's like you kind of see it right there. It's a little bit, a lot of it, even more, and then it separates. Like, how cool is that, man?
Right. The couple baby Neos that I found were super connected. There was two of them that were just really connected, almost striped, man. It was fucking awesome. I got pictures of the one.
Yeah. And then this,
Ah,
one of the heartbreakers. This was you can't really tell in the picture, but this is the biggest scarlet king snake I've ever seen in my life. I'm talking that sucker was pushing 2 feet long. Like I didn't even know they could get that big, to be honest. And
that fucking sucks.
just just a freaking heartbreaker, dude. I was really, really upset. And what sucks is that happened while we were walking that canal because we cruised up and down that road, did not see this, and then we found 2 dead ones
We should
on
have
the on this
stayed road
pass. Like,
cruising
dude,
that
we should have
road
stayed on those paved roads, man.
because we were
Fine.
killing it right before we met up for that walk too, man. We were fucking wrecking it.
Yeah, so that super sucked.
Ooh,
But
sorry, guys.
yeah, I thought it was worth showing the picture.
Thanks for breaking everyone's heart, Jake.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, show the picture of you with all the bandits.
Yeah, or the Browns.
Browns, yeah, sorry.
Me looking like a freaking dweeb with the Browns.
Straight out of Sandlot.
Yeah, pretty much. So real happy with those.
That was fucking epic, man.
Yeah, that was so awesome. Oh, and then I love this picture, man.
Oh my god, the bushel thistle, bro.
Bushel thistle.
You gotta take. Can we tell that one really quick?
Yeah, no, yeah, you tell it. I was sitting in the truck.
So we're freaking. This was right after we catch all those big browns, and we're coming back on that same road. And as we mentioned before, Jack's a fucking all-star road cruiser. So we're going a good $145 down this road. I'm just joking. We're probably going 35,
Oh my god.
45 miles an hour tops. But a bunch of us in the back seat, and we're cooking down this road, and I yell out, I'm all, fucking turtle, Eastern box. And they're like, what? I'm like, stop, Eastern box. This thing's beautiful. And they're like, okay. And
Chaz, Jack about throws everybody out of the truck going.
Yeah, by the time he stops, we're a football field away from the turtle. So I'm like, just back up. I'm like, it's not even worth getting out. Just back up. So he starts backing up, and we're backing up down this canal, and everyone's like, where? And I'm like, it's back further. It's back. And I'm like, all right, it's got to be right around here. And by that time, Devin jumps out of the car, and he's running in the canal, and he's looking on the ground. He's like, where? And finally, we get back for enough back, and I see it, and I'm like, by the time I see it, we're all in a commotion because everyone's yelling at me. They're thinking I'm lying that I didn't see this damn turtle because they're like, where's it at? Where's the turtle? And fucking Devin can't find it. And I'm like, boom, we see it. I'm like, it's there. It's right there in the fucking bushel thistle. Fucking but it came out so fucking. I'm all bushel thistle.
It's in the bushel. And you said this while simultaneously like
jumping out of
diving out of the back of the freaking truck.
I'm jumping out of the car, yelling, bushel thistle, fucking. Everyone's like, what? And I fucking reach into this bush and pull out the bright yellow one, and everyone's like, how in the fuck did you even see this thing? And I'm like, I don't know. It was just glowing in the bush.
Caught my eye.
And so we're all sitting there gawking at this thing, and we're about to leave. Me and 2 of the boys, I think it was me and Chaz, we walk off in the woods. And
Zach spotted the other one.
Well, that's what I was about to get into. We're like 30 foot into the woods, and Zach goes, hey, those ferns are moving over there. And I think it was Chaz. Me and Chaz look, and we're like, where? And he goes, back there. And he points like 20, 30 yards behind us. So me and Chaz just both beeline to it and kind of corral the area he's pointing to. And we're like, where? We're looking in the fucking fern patch. And he jumps out by that time, and he runs up, and he runs right to where he's looking, and he looks down and fucking pulls out that melanistic one. And we all lost it, dude. Yeah. We were just like, how did that even happen? How did those 2 epic ass turtle finds back to back happen? And to see the contrast in those things.
It's because everybody was wearing their Flippin Tin gear.
Dude, that Flippin Tin gear
what happened?
You on fire, son.
Guaranteed to help you find things.
I mean, that was probably, I thought I had a cool spot, and Zach went and trumped that shit with the fern tickler.
And I love the black one, man. That's my favorite look.
I think I forgot to send you the picture, but the whole belly and underside of that turtle is jet black. I mean, really? There's not one speck of color. It's jet black. I thought I sent it to you. I might not have, but I'll have to send it to you after.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Fucking jet black belly. So
that's sick, man.
Super cool to see that variation within 50 yards of each other in the same area. Bushel thistle, fern ticklers, bro. Fucking.
And here's your boy looking like a dweeb.
You know I got to be dweebing. The crayfish make you go cray.
You go cray for the crayfish.
The crayfish make you go cray.
Oh, and here's one of the corns that was found.
That
Oh
was
my
the first one.
god.
Chaz road cruised on their way back from grabbing. I can't remember what they went to go grab, but they
Was
came.
that one of the ones they found at the gas station?
No,
Oh,
that was the singular one that just
okay.
Chaz and Smitty road cruised.
Yeah, that thing was sick, man.
At the very or the contrast in that thing with the strawberry reds was just so clean and beautiful. Not a
And I
blemish on that snake, not a scar, not a fucking messed up
not
scale.
a blemish.
I mean, immaculate snake.
And I think the night before that, Jack road cruised. Yeah, it was the night
Yeah.
before that. Jack road cruised his first corn snake while he was driving.
Yep.
So shout out to Jack getting his life for corn.
And that one he got was pretty, man. It was a little bit lighter compared to the other ones, but it was so
Yeah. And this is getting towards the end. This is the black racer. Me and Sky managed to grab that Smitty spotted.
Yep.
Smitty wanted nothing to do with it.
He's a black racer back there, and we hopped out.
Slam on brakes.
We're like, fuck yeah, buddy, let's go ping pong this motherfucker. And sure
And we
enough,
played it perfectly, man. I was like,
yeah.
you get behind him, go for the grab. If he runs, he'll probably run towards me. And he didn't do it at first. So Sky got behind him. He kind of went to make a move, and this thing kind of did a little, football juke move and ended up under some brush. And then, Sky was scurrying around for him. And I'm standing on the other side of the dish just looking. Also, that sucker pops out and comes right before me, and I nabbed him right up. So that was a good teamwork catch from you boys.
Yeah, that was a fucking sick catch. We got a couple of good catches together.
And there's your boy with his life for rough green.
That was a fucking stoke moment.
Super stoked. So that's all. Oh, what? No, we got one more. Tino managed to grab this on Sunday. This was the last
minutes before we left.
Last snake of the day. Of course, we had to finish it off with just a smoking yellow rat, man. That thing was beautiful.
We actually got one that morning too. Jack, me, Preston, and the boys. We got another yellow rat.
This was the last one of the day, though, so that was awesome.
Good looking green working individual.
Yeah, really. I see, the whole greenish rat is always up for debate. I think they're all yellows and some of them are just darker and greener, but I see why people call them greenish rats. But we're not going to get into that because they're all yellows.
Jack was slow enough for this one, guys.
So, yeah, I think that's it pretty much.
There was a couple other option ends, but nothing.
Yeah, that's all I have. Like I said, for some reason, the ones that you sent me are not cooperating on here. So
we got close to 100 individuals.
Yeah, we got
a ton of every species. We probably got 10 or 11 copperheads between all of us. Probably 5 or 6 black racers in hand between all of us. Over a dozen banded water snakes between all of us. I can't even tell you how many slender glass lizards and eastern glass lizards.
Oh yeah.
And then 4 corns alive. I mean, probably 6 corns dead. Obviously the glossy crayfish was another singular. Then we got the 4 black swamps. I mean, 2 scarlets, fucking the 4 browns. It just, the list goes on. The 4 yellows. I mean, we killed it. We were killing it.
Yeah, we found a total of 16 species of snakes. So that was snakes by itself.
I got the herp list for the trip.
So everything?
Yeah.
Dang, I'm surprised you even remembered that.
You want me to do a quick rundown?
Yeah, do a rundown, man.
Bust them all out. All right. Snakes. We got corn, copperhead, brownwater, scarlet snake, ringneck, red belly, rough earth, black racer, glossy cray, black swamp, yellow rat, banded water, rough green, cottonmouth, plain belly water, mud snake. For lizards, we got the glass lizard, the eastern glass lizard. We got green anoles, the broad-headed skink, a 5-line skink, and I don't think anyone got an eastern fence lizard.
We saw them though.
Okay.
We saw some, but we got eastern glass lizards and we got slender glass lizards.
Did I say that or not? I thought I said that.
I thought you just said glass lizards and you said eastern. I don't remember if you said slender or not.
So if I didn't say that, yeah, we got both species of the glass lizard that we can get. There is the mock glass lizard that we didn't get, but we got those 2 glass lizards, and then turtles. We got.
And hold on, Zach came in the chat, said he and Devin got a 6-line race runner as well.
Oh, I forgot they did send that picture. They got the 6-line race runner. I forgot about that. Great, dude. That's a freaking hard one to get. You got to.
That's a hard lizard.
You whip it or you ain't getting that thing, guys. That's a good one. So they got the 6-line race runner. So we killed it on the lizards. Turtles. We got box turtle, mud turtle, musk turtle, sliders. And then for the frogs and amphibians, hold your britches, people. We got the cricket frog, the green tree frog, the barking frog, the pig frog, the narrow-mouthed toad, the bullfrog, the leopard frog, the carpenter frog, the bonds frog, pinewood frog, pickle frog, spadefoot, and P. Daddy Preston came in clutch and got us a slimy salamander.
We also got southern and American toads.
And you can't forget the toadies.
Can't forget the toadies, man.
Sorry, those are like, they live in my backyard. They're like my dogs. It's hard.
We got to count it.
I forget to count them. It's my fault.
R.I.P. to
killed it.
R.I.P. to the one that I ended.
Oh yeah, tell them your story.
No, we're not going to talk about that. I don't want to talk about
story.
Gabe said no American toads on the coast. Gabe, we have American toads by me, buddy. At least I'm like.
Are they just southerns that we were seeing on the trail? I kind of only remember seeing southern toads. I
don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought we had American
toads. I know that. I was waiting to see a little oak.
Yeah. Well, Gabe just southern, so we'll do the southern toads.
Well, just southerns, but yeah. Either way, we freaking killed it.
Yeah, we got a lot. So it was a great couple days, and we did all of this in less than 48 hours.
Yeah,
because we herped pretty much most of the day Friday. I got there around 9. Y'all boys showed up around noon. And then from then on, it was herping, throughout the day and then into the night. And Jack said, and we got alligators. We did see alligators. And then Saturday was an all-day endeavor, sun up to sundown. We were
well past sundown, fucking 3 a.m.
Yeah. And then Sunday, we really only herped in the morning. A lot of the guys needed to dip out. And Sunday was not as good of a day. It rained the night before, which usually isn't bad, but it cooled off a lot. So there wasn't a lot going on Sunday, but we did manage to find a couple rat snakes, which is always fun. So
rat snakes, a couple fresh DOR coppers and shit.
Yeah. So realistically, between Friday most of the day and then Sunday morning, it was 2 full days of herping, and we found all that stuff, man. I mean, it was insane. We probably saw 1,000 amphibians, man.
Oh god,
they were just everywhere. We were playing Frogger on the blacktop with Gabe. Good lord.
Yeah, he was playing Frogger on the trail.
Dude, can we not talk about that? I'm still sad about that.
You brought it up. Now I want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. R.I.P. little buddy. I'm sorry.
Hey.
But yeah, man, no, we killed it. It was a group effort, man. We split up some, and everybody pulled their stuff together. I was sad I wasn't with any of the crews that road cruised or flipped a corn. That sucked, but I'm real happy for the rest of the fellas that they got on some. So that was just awesome, man. It was a really big group effort, and man, I mean, I think the most important thing about this is, Gabe said I'd say this was probably in my top 5 best herping weekends, and that's saying something for Mr. Schuler. That is saying something because that dude herps. That even talking about a Class A herper, that is Gabe, and a lot of it was thanks to you, buddy. Big shout out to Gabe, and really sending us to the right spots on the right roads in the right areas. So big shout out to Mr. Gabe Schuler and helping us out this weekend. And making some
Real.
really cool stuff happen. He's a god among men. So
It
and
was cool to see fucking Devin come all the way down here and be able to flip those freaking once in a lifetime freaking pair of corns at
yeah,
a piece of free at a gas station.
at a gas station just so happens to flip something. It flips a pair of corn snakes.
You know,
Just
the pair of corns
wild.
and flipped it just textbook
Yeah.
shit that you
Oh
would
my god.
God. So the
Yeah.
mail is
That
I'd
ma- that
pay
really dark black male, dude. The
I'd pay some money for that snake boy.
yeah, the borders on this thing were just jet black
I
and
had like
thick.
4 hour
It was
glasses on.
big too, man. God, it was a dump truck of a corn.
Fucking hell.
Um,
Fucking
so,
that thing was beautiful. It was
but
cool just to see everyone. I think everyone on the weekend, you know, Gabe I don't think he got a lifer, but he was able to get some first snakes for the year. And you know, everyone else at least got a lifer or got to see something that they haven't seen in a really long
yeah,
time. So
everybody got lifers this
it was
weekend.
a freaking ball, man. For
Yeah,
all,
like for Devin, almost every snake he
everything,
saw was a
yeah,
lifer.
everything was a lifer for Devin. Fucking,
Yeah,
I was lucky enough to get the green freaking.
I got two, my black swamp and the glossy.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
everyone just getting their target was awesome.
but overall, y'all, I think the biggest thing from this weekend was just the camaraderie, that we all had, and making new friends, and reconnecting with old friends, and seeing everybody, and just having a really good time with the fellas, and making building relationships, and making memories that are going to last a lifetime.
It's not
That's
often you get to
what it's
get
about.
off your boys and get primal in the woods and just kind of
Yeah,
space out from reality and
yeah. We
talk
didn't
shit.
we didn't shower for 3 days. We were
I'm gonna
sleeping in.
talk about that part, bro. We all gave each other baby white bass at the end of the day.
Dude, I tell you what, boy, by the time I got back to the house, I stank. My truck stank from all the dirty clothes in there. It was rough.
It was rank.
It was rough. Um,
Yeesh.
but we had a
Unfair.
great time. Campfire hangouts, stories at the end of the evening.
Dude, those
Um,
stray laughs, bro. Oh my god, man.
Dude, we were crying at different points in that.
Like last trip when we did it at Chaz's house, the night ended with everyone literally gut busting to sleep. I mean, I was crying
Right.
to sleep to the point where when I drove home the next morning, my fucking abs were sore like I just went through a damn drill workout. We were laughing so hard, and sure enough, this trip did not
Same thing.
fucking fail, buddy.
No.
We were up till 3 a.m, group of the boys all telling stories. Just, I mean,
Oh yeah.
fucking laughing our chins off, dude. That was, it's the best times ever, man.
Yeah. I
It
think
makes
both
yeah.
of us lasted to the end people on both nights. So I think Friday we were up to about 3 o'clock in the morning.
I
I
was
think it was me, you, Zach, and
Jack and
was Devin?
Devin.
Oh, it was Jack. Yeah, it was Jack and Zach. That's
Yeah,
what it was. It was me, you, Jack, and Zach that lasted to the very, very end. Jack, and dude, huge shout out to Jack and Chaz for
RD, man.
yeah. Chaz kind of started this whole thing, and Jack kind of co-hosted this year, and Jack came through with the grill, and we were grilling burgers and dogs, and even though Jack got the wrong hot dogs, I'm not gonna I'm gonna stand on that one.
That shit almost made me die. I'm not gonna.
Those were terrible.
Homeboy was whipping the burgers though.
Yeah, he was killing it on the Blackstone, man. So big shout out to Jack. I mean, dude, he had his truck bed was full of just stuff, man. All kinds of stuff back there. So Jack really came through, and of course, huge shout out to Chaz for putting all this together, and getting all the boys up and rolling. And
yeah,
it was a really, really, really good time that we're all gonna remember and cherish forever. So
for all of us to get together, it's a hard thing, but
it is.
when there's 10 guys from all across the Southeast United States coming together and There would have been more, but a couple had some last minute things pop up, and it would have just made it even more of a vast group of people coming together. Just goes to show you what one person can do, aka Chaz, bringing everyone together. And
Yeah.
this is year 2 going on year infinity, because we're just going to
Yeah.
be doing this until all of us die, because this is just a fucking new tradition, and it's nothing but good times. I mean, believe me, you get ten any kind of guys in a room or camping site with all the testosterone emotions, and
It was like herding freaking cats, dude. Like,
to have a good time, everyone wanting to make the next cool find. There was some ripper times. We were getting heated, we were getting skeeted, but oh my god, we had so much fucking fun. And it was only like little 10-minute waves of hype, and then everyone's back to laughing and giggling, and freaking, you gotta love it, man. But that's how you know you're with your brothers, is when you can all get crunk and all get hype, and everyone show their emotions and freaking laugh at the end of the day, and everyone's sleeping in a damn sleeping bag at the end of the night. So
yeah, it was a really, really good time. So shout out to Jack and Chaz, and honestly everybody that made this trip possible, made it happen. So it was a team effort. We found a lot of different stuff, and it was just a really great time. So we encourage other people listening. If you have a group of people that you consider really close friends, y'all should think about doing this. Find an area that everybody's willing to drive to, and or fly to, whatever, and do something like this, man. It's 100% worth it. It's so much fun.
you'll not regret it. You might be stressing it the whole time before and thinking, man, is this drive really worth it to go freaking camp out and just go look for mistakes? You're going to be driving home going, can we go back to the first day of this trip?
Can we do it again?
Yeah, like, gosh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and also, again, big shout out to Gabe, and helping us out this weekend. Definitely wouldn't have been as easy without you, Gabe. So we appreciate you, buddy. And luckily, Gabe lived 2 minutes away from camp. Gabe didn't camp out with us, but his house was literally, I could have hit it with a golf ball
on the road, one curve away. Freaking
yeah, it was right there.
Perfect, worked out perfect, man.
Yeah, so it was just a great time, man. Can't say enough good things about it, and all the boys, and yeah, and Gabe got to take a shower. So lucky you.
Sick, buddy.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, and huge shout out to Gabe for getting me sick. Appreciate you. But well, with that, do we have any final closings? We pretty much hit the timeline perfectly on this. Anything?
That was for me. I mean, since we had a bunch of garter ride-ins, can I go over my little garter?
Yeah, dude, go ahead.
Freaking. So we had all of our garters are moving, all of our ride-ins for our garters, and I have a garter spot local to me. It is a small pocket population. I won't go into crazy detail because it might give the spot away. But I mean, you have one road, you got a fucking 50-yard little pocket that you could possibly see them. And for the last 8 to decade years that I've been traveling to this place, because it's pretty close to my local area, I've only found DORs, or they're just not in a spot where you can catch them. And lo and behold, your boy rolled up on a smoker last night, freaking right stretched out in the middle of the road. Beautiful blue garter snake. And as it's stretched out in the road, I have a truck coming in the on-lane traffic. I hop out really quick, grab it, and freaking technically I would say I saved its life. I don't think it would have moved. It was sitting there chilling, stretched out, absorbing the road. And it didn't move when I rolled up on it. So I would like to think I saved its life, but oh my God, to finally get that goal achieved, to get another, in-hand blue garter at a spot that I've been targeting. It's just throw that into the Flippin Tin jar for the year of accomplishments in my mind, because fuck, it felt good to tick that off. And just a beautiful individual. I mean, if anyone's ever seen a Florida blue garter, there's two subspecies of blue garter in Florida. There's the Florida true blue garter, or the Florida blue garter, and then there's the Florida common blue garter. And basically the main difference is one gets a little bit more turquoise, one has the blue stripe, and the other one has more of a yellow kind of steely color stripe. This one is a Florida common blue garter, so it has more of the yellowy steel blue stripe versus the real blue teal stripe. But oh my gosh, man, when I say it was I was happy to take this one off the box. I can't underestimate how freaking stoked I was. Dude, the freaking vibrant blue colors on this thing.
Yeah, these pictures definitely don't do it justice. I just saved two that you sent me real quick.
Oh my
But you can see those nice light blues on there, man. That's a pretty snake.
Yeah, I was. Oh man, it was mainly just to get it how I got it and the area of it. I mean, obviously, there's multiple places you can find blue garters in Florida, but for me, this was a targeted area in a specific location, super small pocket population, and fucking hell, that was an immaculate animal right there.
Yeah.
So stoked.
Absolutely beautiful. I was real happy. Sky calls me, and Sky doesn't call me all the time. You know, we have the occasional phone conversation, but he calls me, and my first thought was, "Oh God, what happened?" And,
I was.
he goes,
I mean,
"Dude."
as soon as I caught this thing, I was like trying to FaceTime him, but where this place is at, I mean, you get a spike of reception every couple miles, and I was sitting there with my phone just on ring until it would say call ended, and I'd hit it again until it finally went through, and then all of a sudden it didn't even ring or nothing. All of a sudden it was just your voice, and I was like, "Well, can you hear me? Can you hear? You're there. You're there." I'm like, "Bro, I gotta tell you this shit." Fucking, oh my god.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, man. We kind of preach it and we stand by it. There's no bycatch. There's no such thing as a subpar species or a subpar snake. Everything is cool as shit. I was watery eyed, stoke as hell with my boys finding a little green noodle, and then I'm by myself, stoke as shit, watery eyes, finding the little blue garter snake. And to some other people, they probably just brush this to the side because of the stigma. It's a social stigma a lot along with everything in this world. When you throw that social stigma aside and just appreciate a creature or anything in this life for what it actually is, you can really break down to the bones of it and
Yeah.
just enjoy everything that there is in life. And I'm enjoying all these little things. We all are. Jake's the same way. He's a dirt snake lover, a water snake lover, a little nematode puppy lover. But enjoy the little things in life, you guys. We try to
appreciate them all, man. We love these animals, and to look down on certain species because they're common or whatever, I don't really play that game, so just be happy finding anything, man. Don't take it for granted because one day they may not be there. So, and I promise you, if that day of knock on wood, let's hope that day never comes. But if it does, I promise you, you're gonna look back and say, "Dang, I really wish I would have laid out for that water snake 10 years ago when they were still there." I really wish I would have been more stoked about the last ring neck I found.
That's my whole thing is like that. Just that one population, I know that is not going to be there long. So,
no, man.
Even a dead one is an awesome one to see, but to fucking
yeah.
I won't even keep beating the dead horse, but stoke is high, people. The stoke is high. Get out there and fucking get your targets in hand. Yeah. It's the coolest feeling ever. It's the coolest fucking feeling ever.
Especially when you seek out a certain thing in a certain spot, you say, "Okay, I'm going here to find this." And dude, when you do it, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. It's one thing to be in a spot and you happen across something really rare, then it's, that's fantastic. But to say like, I'm going to this spot to find this, and then you do it, and bro, you did it twice with the coach whip and the blue garter. Like, you went to these spots with these species in mind.
Technically 3 times. The first time was with Preston, which was after I scouted all the yellows in the one spot, and I was like, bro,
yeah. I was more so talking recently, but
and that was still this year.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago.
That's my third target. Specific species specific target in a certain area at a certain time accomplished. And I'm not shitting you. Those 3 snakes are all snakes I've caught before, but all 3 of those catches are all so high on my history list of catches just because of the circumstances. So we both encourage everyone to go out and do it because you're never going to beat that feeling, man.
And you never know what's going to be out there if you don't go and you don't check out new areas. You got to check out new spots to find new stuff, man.
Yeah.
So if you got one road that produces a lot, but it's not species you you're targeting, again, don't take advantage of them, but try a new spot, find a new road, do some research about your local areas, and research the animals, find the habitat they like. It takes work, it takes effort, it takes a lot of time, a lot of gas, and lack of sleep, but it's all worth it in the end, man. For that one find, that one grab, that one opportunity, man. Yeah, that's what it's about. So
I will last.
yes, but with that, everybody, this has been episode 7 of Flippin' Tin. We appreciate everybody who tuned in on the live, and whether you are listening on your commute to work, laying in bed, time of day, evening, morning, we appreciate y'all, all the listens, all the write-ins. Thank y'all so much, and always remember: look and you will see, read and you will learn, think and you will know. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.